We just have to walk in the knowing. Na unajua, as much as people are always claiming to believe in God, it's always lip service. It's just like some spoken word of people, like I believe in God, but actually to believe in God is to see is seeing that word that manifested into flesh is what to believe in God is. It is to accept what is presented to you from your outward reality. Sometimes you could be having good experiences or crazy experiences, and all this you have to accept them. It's accepting reality the way it is. It is seeking the beauty in each and everything. That is what belief is. That was, and last time I was saying that I was telling someone yesterday that this thing which people are calling us belief, or believing in God, it is something very frightening. It is something very horrific, because to believe in God, everyone or someone has to appreciate reality, how it is presented to them. To appreciate, acknowledge, and participate in it. Therefore, you have to accept everything. You have to accept the unacceptable. Because we have the things we are accepting from outward reality, and there are things which we do not accept. Therefore, these things which we always not accepting, we are also supposed to accept them. There is nothing in the reality to be left behind. That is what belief is. Belief is not just proclaiming, it is participating to that which you believe. Belief, because belief in God is belief in truth, and truth is what God is. And truth is God is. So your belief belief is not biased. Your belief should not, firm belief is not biased. Like, you're believing in good things, but crazy things, you deny them. That's not a belief. If good things come and you believe they are of God, then when bad things happen, you should also believe that they are of God. When you are believing one side and denying other, that which you have denied is that same thing which you are believing in this other end. So there is something called, you can call it a spiritual levity or divine levity. Divine levity is living in the divinity. Is living in the divinity of God. That is divine levity.
What a divine what?
Levity. Levity, Livity. It's a system of living. And this system of living, the divine livity, which is the living in divinity, it has some aspects. Actually, it has one aspect which does not go with it. It's called judgment. It is called judgment. Because immediately you are let's say immediately there is something you can't forgive is because of judgment. Immediately there's something you fear is because of judgment. Immediately there is something you hate, it is because of judgment. Immediately there is something you are jealous of, it is because of judgment. It's because you judged it to be something else and you prefer it to be another. That's why you won't forgive that, because that one for you is not divine or is not of God. In the Christ-like state. When that moment when Jesus said, I and the Father are one, it was because of that state.
Lakini sasa sini mara mnasema huyu Yesu exist. Mara mnasema
Let me tell you one thing about Jesus.
Mara mnasema he was just a figment, what is a creation or what?
Let me tell you one thing about the story of Jesus. You know, this is what happens. If you want to enjoy the teachings of Jesus, if you want to enjoy these things, you should just keep them in the wardrobe. Number one, if he existed or not is none of your business. It is none of your business if he existed or not. If he was a fictional character, a made-up character, Sheila, is none of your business. If for me he doesn't exist, but his story and his teaching are magnificent and they can make me a better person, my problem is not if he existed or not. Mine are the teachings because they are magnificent. So, ni kupambana tu na hali yetu. Sheila, Jesus, let me tell you one thing which people do not know. This Jesus, he could have been a made-up character. He could have been a made-up character, but he came into existence. Sheila, trust me, he came. When you are told, you guys, that's why we are being used there to bring forth, to create realities which without our knowledge. Sheila, it was a made-up story. But he came into existence, Sheila. Collectively, we bring things into form and shape. Like the other time I was telling you, hell Some people are in spirituality, they say, hell does not exist. God is a loving God. Let me tell you one thing. Humanity have created hell. It is there. It is there, Sheila. And those who think that they are going to be judged and to be taken to hell, Sheila, they will go there too. Let me tell you, hell is there. At the same time, hell is not there. Sheila, everyone is experiencing their own universe. Everyone. If to you Jesus existed, let me tell you one thing, he existed. As I was telling you, Sheila, everything in this, your reality, is valid. Don't be cheated. Everything is valid. If to you Jesus existed for real, let me tell you, and if he exists for you right now, that is your reality. It is valid. Those who don't believe, it is valid. Everyone is experiencing their own reality, and yet again, each souls participate in groups for certain experience, for their reality at soul levels and soul groups. Everything is valid. That's why I'm saying, if Jesus existed or not, that is none of my business. Me, I am focused on the teachings, which are magnificent.
You know, when I first started coming here, or now engaging with now this other aspect of this work, I remember at some point, I remember telling God, I do not want to act like I know my experiences. In fact, I even told Carol, I said, Carol, you had your experiences. Whatever experiences you have had that have been true to you, you cannot discard. You will not disdain. You will not ignore. What you do is that you hold on to your truth because that is your truth. Mengine yote yaache hivyo hivyo. That's what I told her. I said, because then if it has added value to you, nikamwambia, you have experienced, you have dabbled, you have known. So, ni tu. So,
So actually, the problem with people is that we want to I'm telling you, submitting to the outward reality, even truth we are seeking outside of us. And truths are you can never find truth outside of yourself. So it is all about, if something is true, it will resonate with you. You will feel that this is truth. So everything is valid. When you see somebody else worshiping under a tree, and someone else is worshiping God inside a cave, and another one is facing this side, and another one is speaking in tongues, Sheila, thine eye be single. so that your body be filled with light. Yours is to appreciate anyone facing anywhere, doing any rituals, calling anything they want to call. Yours is to see God only, period. No dramas. No dramas, Sheila. Children at most, these gimmicks and dramas. No dramas. This game is very simple, Sheila. The simplest things are the hardest to do. When you tell people today there's no judging anything from morning to evening, Sheila, people will be admitted to ICU. No judging. If you tell there is, if a country establishes a no judgment day, let me tell you, people that day, those with money, they will travel outside the country. Your eye has to be single, just that one eye, for your body to be filled with light. And the one eye that makes your body to be filled with light sees only one thing. Only. Sheila, it sees only one thing. It sees God. Nothing else. It doesn't see car, house, drunkard, prostitute, pastor, holy person, liar, prostitute. Bottles, utensils. It sees one thing in everything, both the living and the non-living. One thing. Sees God. It sees God. And you know, there was the other time I was talking to some lady and I was telling her, we refuse to see God outside them, like the way we are judging one another as humans. We're judging one another. That one is a drunkard. That one is a drug addict. That one is a prostitute. This girl is sleeping with all the boys in the estate. Okay. Not knowing that whatever we see in each and every other person is a reflection of who you are. And actually, these things we are denying, which we are just like when we see them, we have not been invited to them. Just seeing somebody else, okay, she's a young lady, adolescent, she's sleeping with every boy. She is sleeping with every boy. You are not the one sleeping with every boy. She's not using any part of your body. She's just there. And it like it is squeezing you hard, and it makes your body to itch. Like you are coming, it is in your awareness, but you are casting it like you are in denial of that. It is always whatever you are denying outside of your physical reality. Anything you deny in your physical reality is an aspect of yourself. When you see someone saying, this woman, when another woman, you see another woman saying that lady is sleeping with every man, let me tell you, the one who is saying that is struggling. It is an aspect they have in them. They're struggling with that. Maybe they want to sleep with every man, but they don't know the formula how. It's always something about you. Always. Anything you deny outside of you is always some aspect of yourself which you are denying. There is something about you. Everything outside of you is a reflection of who you are. Even if you are not participating in that, immediately you are walking in the street and you see someone and immediately you identify them at, hey, this one, the way they are dressed, they are prostitute. Let me tell you, it is something in you. That's why it has been brought to your attention or awareness. When you are driving your big car and you see drunkards making noise outside a bar, immediately it becomes to your awareness, just know that is some part of you. Not only participating, immediately it is perceived by any of the five physical senses. It is part of you. Anything. When you are told do not judge, it's because when you judge somebody else, you have judged yourself. All those aspects are about you in your physical reality, everything. So no judgment. This is where we are going, the fourth density. Oneness. No separation. There's no them and we. It will be us.